Thank you so much. Universal education for all, that is basically our common message here today, and that's a powerful one. And as many of you have pointed out, we have actually achieved progress, and that's a good story to tell in the next part of our job. We know now that more kids than ever attend primary school, but still we know that also 58 million children are not attending primary school. So the message is clear from us today, but the work ahead of us is also very clear. We need to continue our efforts and bring more kids into primary school, and as we continue to do that, we must not only look on quantity, but also look into quality education. Because we also know that 250 million children cannot read, write, or count, whether they have gone to school or not. And that, of course, points us in the direction of quality. So the question for us is, what is quality education? And the question is not only relevant, of course, in a post-2015 development agenda, but this is something that we, as individual member states, discuss every day at home, including in my own country, where we discuss quality all the time. It is, of course, difficult to give a definition on what quality education is, but I do believe there are some universal elements in quality education. First of all, as many has pointed out already, we need quality teachers. Professional and stimulating teachers are crucial to ensure that our children acquire the necessary skills and knowledge and do it fast, as we heard earlier on as well. Second, teachers need to teach quality content. Far too often you have children going to school but actually not having a quality content, and of course they can't learn anything. So we need clear goals, appropriate and relevant curricula, and also good learning materials. Third, to ensure effective teaching, we need a quality environment for our kids, safe and secure school facilities, and of course also safe access to our schools. And in addition to this, we need to work hard to make children stay in school and continue, as Mrs. Obama pointed out, to secondary level. In particular, we need this to happen for girls. This requires a number of aspects, including something as simple as food and health. It is clear to everyone that a hungry child cannot learn effectively, so that should be at the forefront of our attention. We also know that lack of sanitation and hygiene is one of the main constraints to increased enrollment and retention in schools, especially among adolescent girls. So, and on top of that, we have heard of other barriers that we need to address: early pregnancies, early child marriages, child labor. We cannot talk about schools and education without addressing these issues. And finally, we must not forget the most vulnerable children, children living in insecure areas, children living in fragile situations. Their right to education is extremely important, not only for them, but as for our security, global security. And the next big question we have to ask ourselves is, of course, how do we ensure that these requirements are met at a global scale? One key is, of course, to be found in partnerships between the international community, the individual countries, and civil society. And the Global Partnership for Education is an excellent example of just that. As a champion for education, and I'm very pleased to be a champion for education, I'm also very pleased to announce an increase in the Danish support to the GEFI fund to a total of approximately $70 million annually from 2015. With this, Denmark remains an enthusiastic GEFI donor. As we look to the new development goals post-2015, it is only natural, also based on the discussion we had today, that we should have an ambitious new goal on education. 200 years ago, we introduced compulsory elementary education in my own country, Denmark. We're celebrating that this year. And we have continued all through those years to reform and improve the quality of our educational system ever since. That work will never end. It's an ongoing process, and every nation have to ask themselves whether they have the best quality education. Because the education that we give our children must always be adapted to a changing world, and it must almost always remain our highest priority. It is very simple. We owe this to the millions of children and youth that are still left behind. We can give them quality education that will change their lives and other lives. And we can also, at the same time, make the world a more sustainable and a peaceful place. Thank you very much.